Hey everyone, I've got a couple more of these Lego BrickHeadz to show you. On the left is Mr. Rogers. His friends call him Cap. And on the right is Red Scarjo, or you can call her MCU Black Widow if you like. That's your prerogative. But let's look at Mr. Rogers first. Now I cannot help but be impressed by just how meta this is. It's a comic book character who was then brought over to a live-action universe and depiction played by a real human being who dressed up as a new interpretation of said comic book character. And then Lego has now had to make a super deformed, very comic version of that real human being who was dressed up as a new version of a comic book character. See, it's just all folded in on itself. It's crazy. BrickHeadz have their certain style, and this definitely follows that style perfectly with the proportions and I think the level of detail, and this has some nice pieces in it. Everything that you see that looks like decoration is a print. So obviously we've seen the shield before, that's just the normal minifig shield, but this is a print. The eyes are prints, individual 1x1 round tiles. That's a print right there, and that's a print right there. There's also a print down below, but we'll look at that in just a second. On his left hand uses the 1x2 modified plate with the single clip in the center recolored to reddish brown. Very nice. I like that piece and I want to see more and more colors of it. I like what they've done with the dark tan coming around the side here. This is integrated in nicely, especially what they've done here at the front with that plate. I like that. I like how that helps to really connect the side to the front. Underneath there, you can just barely see through the cracks. It's all light bluish gray, but everything closes up pretty well. So I don't feel like any of these really, at least up to this point, I don't feel like any of these really show the interior colors too much. I'm satisfied with what they do show. The other hand is different, or the other arm is different. You know, it's brown. Both of them are brown to represent the gloves, and he's got the clip that's facing forward on the 1x2 piece there to be able to hold on to the shield from the front. You notice he also has a clip on the back so that you can put the shield on the back if you want to, but I mean, what's the point there? I guess if you're going to have this set up like on the edge of a half-height wall or something where people are going to come up and see it from different angles, then that's useful. It's nice. It's nice that they were thinking of that. You know, I do appreciate that. Lots of dark blue here. Good color to get, you know, something that we don't get a whole lot of, but it's kind of increased in its popularity and its use over time. And the base is done exactly the same as the rest of them. And the printed piece there has the 1 on it, which represents Series 1 of BrickHeadz. Black Widow is a bit different, follows the same basic guidelines for the shape and style of the face, and of course the overall proportions, but the focus here is on the hair. Oh, so much on the hair with lots and lots of dark orange, and look at that, a difference in color between different dark orange pieces. This is a problem that Lego has come across a number of times. You know, different batches, possibly from even different sources, will have different shades. Dark red had a huge problem with that. You can actually see a little bit of change of opacity through this one, a little bit of just a merger between the two batches, even within that one single piece. Yellows have had this issue. Red's a little bit. Regular orange definitely has that problem. Even white, interestingly, has that issue. And as you look, you know, around this whole model, you'll see a number of changes of tone from one dark orange to the other. It's just something that we do have to live with, but you know, oftentimes it's overlooked. But you know, even Lego has its quality issues and inconsistencies. It's not bad, but it is definitely noticeable. I didn't want to just ignore it intentionally. On the left side is a print right there. That's nice, a 1x2 piece. And on the front, this is a 1x2x2 brick with a print on it. And they've used the same tile piece on the other side. Of course, she's holding on to her batons there. And I appreciate the use of the new half-round tile pieces, the light gray pieces in the front. Yeah, it's really all about the hair, isn't it? Very foofy. It's so foofy. It's one of the more foofy things, I think, that Lego has done, period. Nice shaping around the back. I really appreciate that they do put effort into these and their appearance from the back. You know, they really care about it. It's not just, you know, it's not even a matter of just covering it up enough to be okay. They actually put detail into the back. They care about the shaping. Not sure how much I like the exposed studs on the sides. I'm good with exposed studs on Lego stuff, as is Lego itself. You know, they're kind of proud of their studs. It's part of the brand. It's part of the whole image. It's part of the whole system, of course. But here they've covered so much of this with smooth surfaces. I think the tiles, or excuse me, the exposed studs on the front for the bang area is cool, but on the sides, just a little bit slightly off-putting to me. Although I do have to admit I like the kind of upturned curl shape that creates with those sideways curved pieces. Looking at the boxes, things are about to get even more meta. And I have to admit, I dislike the term meta in general. It just feels kind of yucky to me, but sometimes it is appropriate, and I don't know a better word to use right here. But here, we're looking at the source material, right? This side of the box of each of these always represents what the thing itself represents, what the model represents. But here we're looking at paintings, actual drawings of photographs of the actors dressed up as the new interpretations of the comic book characters. You know, they're not even photographs. So that's something different. That's something interesting. And looking at this, you know, it would be nice if they did a dual molded. There's not enough of a business case for it, but it would be nice if they did a dual molded, specialized version of a lightsaber blade, you know, the 4-long bar, in order to get multiple colors. Just kind of marble it in between the trans light blue and the black. You know, that would be a really cool look, and could be useful for a lot of things. You know, it might even be useful for like a Star Wars Mandalorian Darksaber even. You know, it just feels like there could be a lot of uses for such a piece. You know, something mixing together, kind of a glow behind black or in front of black. This just shows you other things from the exact same series within Marvel, you know, because they don't advertise DC stuff on the same boxes as Marvel for obvious reasons and such. But, you know, once again, cool boxes, collectible, usable. Just open them from the bottoms and they will remain completely intact. And you can also put the finished models inside. That's it for my look at these two. Let me know what you think and which of these is your favorite. I think between these two, my personal favorite is Black Widow. Just has a lot more personality with the hair, and I also like what they've done with the prints on this one. But I think both of them are done well for the theme and for its general style, but looking forward to hearing what you think. So thank you for watching. Hope to have a chance to talk to you again soon, and I'll catch you later.